Undisputed, the Mexican Monster Pack out now.
Dom, I understand you told me the other day, so I'm going to bring it up. The famous Ingle gym bags that your dad put up here, what, 50 years ago?
No, about 30 years
30 years ago,
30.
that are like concrete. You put a video up the other day, and I understand a very well-known heavyweight reached out to you to ask you for one of them bags.
Yeah, it's funny, innit? You know, I did some TikTok, and I just came in last Sunday, I think it were, and I did a bit of skipping, I did a bit of boxing training, and we've got the first bag that was ever put up. That wasn't the first bag, but it was the first area where we put a bag in the corner, because the RSJ is only short and it spans the corner. It was easy to fix instead of these big long ones that we put in. And that bag is 30 odd years old.
In fact, I tell you, let's go over to the bag.
Go over to the bag, shall we?
Let's go over to the bag.
So what I did a video on this bag, and I can remember as a kid, not this exact bag, and I tapped. That's how hard it is. It does sound like concrete, but it has actually got give in it. You can actually hit it with a bare hands if you've got hands like mine. I wouldn't advise it because it'll take your skin off. But we used to do that, and we used to have these hand weights. Not this exact one. It was a bit of a silver one, longer, and used to wear a bag mitt, not a boxing glove, a bag mitt, and it just fit in the hand. So we used to put the weights on. So when Naz came in, we started with different size weights, and Naz had come in, obviously southpaw, and you'd throw the combinations with the weights, and then you build up to a heavier weight. And that's how they got the strength. So I put a little video on them, and it went quite, 60,000 views. And I got a lot of messages, people wanting a bag. Well, there was only 4 made. We had a red one, a yellow one, a green one, and a blue one. We had 4. And I got a message from a woman. It was a funny conversation because she said, I've got, my boss wants that exact bag. And I went, well, you can't really have that bag because it's got sentimental value. It's been in the gym 30 odd years. That's what Nazim Hamid here, Errol Graham, everybody else. I said, you can't have that one. I says, but I think I've probably got another one somewhere like under the ring, but it's a long time since I looked. So we had a look under the ring and we got one. So I said to her, well, who's your boss? What does he do? She went, oh, he's a boxer. And it still didn't click. And I thought, what, is he an amateur boxer? Has he got his own business? I goes, who is he? She went, Anthony Joshua. I went, oh, right, Anthony Joshua wants the bag. So I said, yeah, he can have the bag. I says, but I'll check. You can't have that one. That's just prices. I can't sell that. I've got one under the ring, and you can have it. Just make a donation to the amateur boxing club that we've got. St. Thomas's ABC, is it? Whatever. So he gave us a good donation, and the bag got picked up the other day, and it's been shipped off to Dubai. He wants another 4, so I've got to get another 4 bags. So I'm going to get another 10 made. So I'm going to send 4 to Anthony Joshua, and they're going to be 6 for sale. It's going to be limited. So if people want them, they might have to get into your WhatsApp group and send a message, and you can forward on to me.
Yep.
How's about that?
So you're going to be.
Do you know what? We might even do as well. When we get to something like 1,000 subscribers on your WhatsApp, we might even give one of them bags away.
I'll tell you what, if somebody, but just to pre-warn them, they're going to need a very good, what do you call them things?
RSJ, yeah, very heavy. So the weight of the bag that Anthony Joshua's got is 95 kilos. 96.5. It's probably, you see, we've got this big bag here. I don't know if you can advertise that, but that bag is one of the big bags, and that weighs 34. So that bag is triple the weight.
And it's literally the quarter of the
And it's
size.
funny because when I was punching that bag, people say, no, it's easy in a bag when it's moving away from you. Even when that bag's moving away from you, you hit it. You've got, there's a counteractive force because it's slightly moving back. So yeah, it's kind of reignited interest. I've had everybody onto me for one of them bags, but I'm only going to make a certain amount. And
branded Ingle Gym, obviously, I'm guessing.
I don't know if I'm going to brand it. I think I probably will get some labels put in to show the authenticity of it, because they are historical. And like I said, when we've had the fighters coming here. In fact, I've actually got a photo of Anthony Joshua. I'll have to probably send it you, when he came here to spar Richard Towers many years ago, and he actually probably hit that bag and he probably didn't realise. So this is the thing.
It shows, even though he's nearly towards the end of his career, he's still wanting to learn, still wanting to do something different. Yeah, so you've got to respect that.
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of old techniques, what people forego. You see, we've got a lot of S&C coaches these days making a name for themselves and pushing it into boxing. Some of the best all the best fighters we ever had never lifted a weight. There's a pull-up bar, press-ups on the floor, hitting that bag. Nazim Hamid, I can remember when I trained Nazim Hamid, and he trained for Wayne McCulloch, and I says, "You ever done a pull-up?" He went, "No." So we started doing pull-ups. He did 5 pull-ups, 5 press-ups, 5 times, and he didn't come into the gym for the next 2 days. He come in calling me an idiot. "What are you doing? I can't move my arms," because his body wasn't used to it. So, but he could knock anybody out. So what does that actually say about that kind of stuff? Boxing training is boxing training. 80 to 90% of your training should be boxing training. And that means even your runs, your low pace runs, your sprints, not lifting weights and doing all this S&C stuff. It can't be replaced by that. Do you understand? You have got to, boxing is a skillful game. You've got to have power and you've got to have strength. But above all that is skill. That's what you need. So it's the old school way. It served us well for 40 odd years, that heavy bag. That wasn't obviously the original one. We have got an original one. It was a canvas one, I think, the original one. But Brendan had them made up specially from his own design because the bags kept splitting because of the weight in them, wear and tear. So he had them specially made up. So I'm guessing he's passed down the recipe ingredients. Yeah, Brendan, everything that Brendan did, he was dyslexic. So everything he did was by observing. He did learn to read eventually and get through it. But he wrote everything down in a book, what the bags were packed with, how these lines were measured up, what's on the floor. That's a patented design. So everything he did, what he thought was a good idea, he'd write it down, just like he got from his trainer in Ireland when they trained all my dad's family. So the blows actually came from the guy in Ireland who trained them. And then my dad just developed it further, then changed the bag, then added the weights. And that's what we all did. Ryan Rhodes, Nazim Hamid, Johnny Nelson, they've all hit that bag. Kid Gallard, Kelbrook, day in, day out. Yeah. Whether that's, I think it is what increased the punch power because they did it religiously. Do you understand? Johnny Nelson the same. And people say, "Oh, Johnny's not a puncher." Johnny knocked enough people out in his career when he had to. It wasn't always his game plan. He was more of a technical boxer and a boxer all the way through. He didn't rely on just the power. So, it stood the test of time, that bag. And now it's in the hands of Anthony Joshua. And do you know what? It's good. He's been an icon in British boxing for a period of time. He's won all the belts. He's thrilled. He's disappointed. He's packed out arenas and no better place hopefully looks after it. And, it's not just left to one side because it is, regardless, a bit of boxing history. So
Anthony Joshua's got himself 30 years worth of Dominic Ingle gym.
Well, history. Brendan Ingle really. It's Brendan Ingle really, and Lucas sorted it all out. So that's the main thing. Like Lucas running the gym, he's taking over, learning the game, and getting to know the people. So yeah, it's in good hands. Put it that way.
Good stuff. Have you got anything else to add? I'm trying to think. No, that's it, innit? The bags, we'll let the fans know about the bags when the bags go on sale, the limited amount that you're going to make. Let's see what the response is like to them. And then, join that Boxing King Media WhatsApp group. We're going to be doing loads of giveaways on there to expand that group. And that's it, really.
Does it cost anything to join?
No, just click and join.
Will it be chargeable at some point?
No.
Okay.
No, it's always going to be free. Just giveaways, just another network of fans coming together. And I think that's it, really.
Good.
Nothing else to say. Cheers.
Respect isn't given, it's earned in blood.
Undisputed, the Mexican Monster Pack out now.